it going, everybody? It's Mike from PC Classic Cars, back with another test drive video. This morning we are in a 1969 Chevrolet C10 short wheelbase pickup. What is really cool about this truck is going to be the driveline and all the mechanical upgrades that have been done to it. So again, we have a 69 C10. This is a true short bed pickup. Unfortunately, it does not have the spit decal on the glove box, so I can't tell you what the original color code was or what the truck was originally, but I don't think it was anything special, being that it's got a rubber mat in it and then you're just your standard bench seat. The gentleman that I bought this truck from spent tens of thousands of dollars on all of the mechanical upgrades. It's got a new LS3 motor in it. It's a 6.2 liter, backed by a 4L65E overdrive transmission, and the truck drives just great. It's something you can hop in and cruise at 75, even 80 miles an hour going down the highway with no problems whatsoever. It does also have aftermarket AC on it. Heat and AC both work great. Power steering, power front disc brakes, aftermarket drive shaft, aftermarket transmission, cross member, nice exhaust manifolds that came probably with the motor, and the dual exhaust with Flowmaster style mufflers. The drive shaft, I believe, is a Denny's drive shaft, and then it does have an in-front fuel tank in the back. So pretty much everything you're going to want to do to this truck mechanically has been done. And again, it's ironed out mechanically, and it goes down the road really, really well. Those 6.2s, they run really, really well, and they're great motors. Just stock like it is, it runs great. You want to do some stuff to it, tune it, but they make really good power with putting just a very little bit of money into them. But like they are stock, they're great motors and transmissions. This is something I'd hop in and drive every day. It's a great, great driving pickup. On the interior, it's got a nice comfort grip wheel. I will say, going down the road straight, your comfort grip wheel is off to the right 4 or 5 inches, so it needs to be reclocked. But again, no issues with alignment on the truck. Just the steering wheel needs to be clocked to the center. You do have an aftermarket radio. The radio comes on, but it's not playing any sound. I don't believe there's any speakers in the truck, so you want to add your speakers behind the seat or up in the kick panel area, whatever you want to do there to have the speakers that you want. But the radio is there, and it does come on. Does have aftermarket Dakota digital gauges. Again, another expensive add-on that the guy we got the truck from did. The gauges all work. Has an aftermarket pedal that came with the motor transmission combo when the guy bought it. Gas pedal feels great. Stock style brake pedal and stock style e-brake pedal. This is a non-tilt truck, so you just have your fixed steering wheel. And then on the interior, you just kind of have a basic black bench seat, black door panels, and then you have your rubber floor mat, and then you have your actual mats on top of that as well. If I was going to keep this truck, I would do a really nice houndstooth seat cover, do some carpet in it. But again, that's personal preference. Where the truck is priced, it's a fantastic deal for someone to either just drive it like it sits, or do some upgrades to it and make it your own. Temperature gauges come up good. We're running about 180 degrees, so we'll get on a little bit, test out the LS3. But they're great motors. Nice positive shift. And again, that was like a third throttle. Being that it's a pickup truck, there's really no weight over the rear end. If you got a little aggressive with it, you can get squirrely pretty quick. More power than you really need for a truck like this, but again, it drives fantastic. They're fuel injected motors. Those 4L65Es are great transmissions. The underneath of this truck has had a little bit of metal work. The inner rockers, a little spot in the floor. I would say the floor work is okay on it. It's not how I would have done the metal work. Again, it's a nice solid truck on the bottom side. It just could have had the metal work finished out a little bit better. Take a look at our additional photos and you'll see the little spots that I'm talking about. Again, not a rusty truck by any means. They did some metal work and they just didn't finish it out quite like I would normally do myself. Pretty easy fix to clean it up. Again, nothing needs to be done. But if someone wanted to just make the welds a little bit nicer and a little bit cleaner, you could definitely spend an afternoon or a weekend just cleaning up some of the little spots on the bottom side. But again, no rust issues, and actually is a good solid truck on the bottom. Another reason the truck is priced where it's at and is not $10,000–$15,000 more is the paint. I would just classify as okay on it. It does have some texture, does have some flaws here and there. A good color sand and a buff or a paint correction guy could probably make it better. But it was just kind of your average middle of the road paint job when they did it. Someone could have spent a little bit more money and had a higher end paint job. But I'm not the one that painted the truck, and I bought it knowing that the paint was just kind of an average paint job. No real bad body work or major issues. It's just sometimes paint quality is just a little bit higher than others, and I would just again say that this is just an average paint job. Inside the bed is really nice. Bed floor is not beat up at all. Bed floor shows really, really well. Same thing with the inner fenders in the back. And if I did mention it before, it does have the aftermarket in-frame fuel tank with the little filler cap in the very back of the bed floor there. Suspension on this pickup, obviously it's been lowered. There is room to lower it more. I don't like lowering them a crazy amount where they start rubbing. This one does have drop spindles and a lowering spring on the rear. Again, there's plenty of room. If someone wanted to lower it further, you could. But this still retains a really nice ride quality going down any road. That straight road, it drives really nice and straight. Going down this bumpy road, it's an awesome driving truck. It doesn't beat you to death. It still has a really good suspension feel to it. Sometimes when you lower them too far, the wheels start rubbing. It gives you a better look and a better stance, but it takes away from some of the performance. This still has a really nice look with the brand new 20s that are on there. But again, you still have a good ride quality with it. Glass is all nice. Do have a few little flaws on the side glass, but the windows roll up and down like they should. Windshield is nice. Back glass also looks good. Forgot to mention it's just a painted cab. Click my seat in here a little bit. There we go. Yeah, just a painted cab. There's no headliner, which is fine. And then you got your black visors, which match the rest of the interior. The Dakota digital gauges are all functioning like they should. They all work really, really well, and they all look nice. Really, the only things I have listed as not working is, again, I touched on the radio not working. The washer sprayers don't do anything. And then the flasher button doesn't want to stay in, but that's minimal stuff. Make sure you check out our Does It Work section on our website. We have it posted in multiple places. It's in the additional infos tab along with photos of any imperfections and motor numbers and stuff that we find on the vehicles. But it's also in all of the advertisements on our website. If you scroll through all the photos of each vehicle, at the end of it you'll see that Does It Work section for each pickup or each car that we have posted, so you can go through what works and what doesn't work on every single one of them. Exhaust has a good sound. It's not too terribly loud. Like right now we're cruising only at like 40 miles an hour. You hear the motor a little bit, but you don't really hear the exhaust. You get on it a little bit. Obviously it pulls really well, but you can hear that exhaust, and it does have a good sound coming out from the back. Overall feel, this is a fantastic truck. Some little things to do to kind of take it to the next level, but the guy that we bought it from spent a lot of money on the motor and transmission. Obviously the aftermarket AC is also expensive. Dakota digital gauges are expensive. Lowering it correctly with spindles is another expensive thing. So a lot of money was put into the mechanicals on this truck, and again, there's a few cosmetic things to do to take it to the next level, or again, be very proud of the truck the way it sits and drive it. Does have a lot of money put into it, and it's a great truck to drive like it sits, and it's a lot of fun with that motor and transmission combo. So you do get a little wind noise from both of the vent windows, almost inevitable on all of these pickups and even into the square body range. You get wind noise from all of the vent windows. The windows are all the way up, but it's hard to get them to seal up 100%. They just weren't designed like our new vehicles that we have nowadays, and we're spoiled with the lack of wind noise. As always, I appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of my test drive videos. If there's ever anything else that you want to see, have comments, concerns, questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to get updates for all the content we're putting out daily. Check us out at PCClassicCars.com, and we will see you guys on the next test drive video. Thanks again for watching.